reviews a movie that he says is a real pooch. Stay with us. Here in Birmingham, local photographers have banded together to aid famine victims in Ethiopia. Benefits from a still-frame photography art auction will be used to buy medical supplies for the Ethiopian hungry. Photographers are sending in their finest prints for Friday's auction to be held downtown at the Arts Alliance. All negatives have been marked to assure that buyers of the pictures are getting the originals. Many of the photographs entered in the auction could bring in hundreds of dollars. And organizers say medical supplies are being bought as an alternative to food because food, of course, is prone to spoilage.
A lot of people in the well-fed world are finding all sorts of ways to raise money to help those in the ill-fed or the unfed world. And today we'll discover a new avenue of fundraising that will go to this cause. It combines the efforts of the American Red Cross and some Birmingham area photographers, professional photographers. Our guest will explain further. There's Cindy Hollis, Director of the Office of Public Relations for the Red Cross, and photographer Bob Crawford. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning.
Whose idea, Bob?
Mine.
That's what I thought. That's what I was going to tell you. Your mom was going to say it was a great idea. How about the other pro photographers? Did they go along with you?
Absolutely, 100%. Every photographer was, I'm very proud of my fellow photographers and the photographic community here in Birmingham. They gave up their time, their materials, their effort. Everyone has participated. I had absolutely no one turn me down.
It seems to me that the photograph would be about like a painting or something like that. You think this is a personal thing, and I want to hold this close. I want to keep this with me. So they were giving up a lot of personal pride in some of these photographs.
Absolutely. Some of the photographers took photographs. Spider Martin, for one, who took a photograph off the wall in his home, which has been hanging there, I understand, for over 15 years, and donated the photograph. A lot of the photographs, the vast majority of the photographs are one-of-a-kind prints. And what the photographers have done is to take a photograph, make one print, and then destroy the negative. So that these one-of-a-kind prints, anyone who has the high bid walks out of the auction with one of these prints, you can point to that print in your home or your office and say, that's the only one in the world.
That's a one-of-a-kind.
I have the only one.
And the Red Cross is going to be the benefiter.
Right. Bob is going to donate the proceeds through the Red Cross to the African famine relief efforts that we operate.
They're on display now.
They're on display at the Greater Birmingham Arts Alliance, 2114 First Avenue North.
And the auction will be?
Friday evening at 7 o'clock.
All right, let's talk about it. We've just a few examples here now. Bob, if you will explain these as we take a look at it. This is the city of Birmingham.
This is Magic City by Charles Beck, an outstanding photograph that I understand Charles has had tremendous success with this picture.
Okay, all right. Let's see, let me get another one here.
This is Shiva by B.L. Benson. Mr. Benson was the photographer for the Birmingham Zoo.
I met her the other day, by the way. Shiva, that is.
Shiva.
Yes. Playful. You know, that's a bowling ball she's got in her paws there, and she kicks it around about like a tennis ball.
Mr. Benson had the added advantage that he could get in the cage, where a lot of the photographers could not. And from what we understand, she was very playful.
I guess so. I wouldn't go in there with anything less than a 9mm and a chair. All right.
An outstanding black and white photograph, Mark and Nancy Bondarenko. This is an original print. The negative goes with it, as is the one of Shiva, by the way. This is a hand-tinted, hand-colored black and white picture. Beautiful. Mike Rivers. This is a photo montage that Mr. Rivers has donated. This is a one-of-a-kind print.
Looks like my old 41 Plymouth. Beautiful. Oh, now, this is a big one coming up. This is a montage. All right.
Yes, this has extreme social significance to Birmingham and Alabama. Spider being from Birmingham, a Birmingham-based photographer who travels around the world. He took these photographs, I understand, in Selma in 1965.
Right.
And, of course, we have Dr. Martin Luther King in there, Governor Wallace, and showing some strife continuing with the times at that era, 1965.
These are probably some of the most famous photographs in the history of the state of Alabama. It was a crucial time, as you indicated. And upheaval was the watchword at that time, and Spider got most of it on camera.
He certainly did.
And he's going to destroy the negatives for all these.
No, the negatives on this one aren't destroyed. What we have here is an example of a photograph that is unique in itself because this is the original. Now, I understand that this photograph has been printed in magazines and a few other forms of media.
Yeah.
But you have the original piece. These are the actual photographs themselves put on this black background. So you walk away with the original and the only original, of course.
Okay, Bob, you go to this auction Friday evening called an Evening of Love. You go see the picture and you bid on it then.
Right. It's an absolute auction. The highest bidder will walk away with the prints.
Somebody didn't leave you holding the bag.
quite all right.
But these are matted and sometimes very heavy. And this will be Friday night. Well, we know that's going to be a great show. If you like the photographs and you'd like to have one of a kind or something spectacular like the Spider Martin montage, then now's the time to get it. And the Red Cross is going to get them the money, right?
Absolutely.
How are you going to do it?
Well, what we do is we take the donations that are given to us, send them to our national, they're converted to Swiss francs, and used in Africa on site to buy medical supplies in this case, which is very much needed. In addition to food, we have a lot of food channeling its way into Africa. But what happens is all the people that are affected by the famine, many of them are put together in relief camps.
Yes.
Well, what happens in those close quarters, as you well know, Bob, is that sometimes diseases can start, and medical supplies are definitely a must. We need to have them.
All right. Hey, it's a combination of the Red Cross and the Birmingham Professional Photographers. Bob Crawford and Cindy Wallace, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back.